We've all felt the unsettling sensation of possibly being used or betrayed at some point. This issue, big or small, is always present in our relationships. Today's video is not just an adventure in uncovering the truth, but also a journey to free you from toxic relationships. Through this video, you'll discover who the people around you truly are and select those who deserve your trust and respect. We'll guide you through the list of 8 people you shouldn't trust or respect, viewed through the lens of Stoicism. This will not only help you avoid unnecessary hurt, but also help you build durable, genuine relationships. Finally, as we go through each person on this list, we will provide you with specific strategies to not only defend yourself, but also to grow stronger in your personal and professional life. If you're ready to embark on this journey and turn challenges into opportunities, please like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any of our videos. Comment, "I'm ready," to let us know you're prepared to change and protect your personal value. Now, let's start this journey together. Number 1, the con artist. In life's journey, trust is the glue that binds all enduring relationships. However, like a precious seed, trust needs to be planted in the fertile soil of truth and honesty. Imagine trust as a paintbrush that you hand over to someone, entrusting them to paint your portrait. In the hands of the worthy, this brush can create a masterpiece. But in the hands of a deceitful person, you'll only see a distorted, unfamiliar image in the mirror. Con artists, the characters we should be extremely cautious of, should never be handed this brush, not even a pencil, to sketch on the canvas of our lives. They are masters of illusion, skillfully painting false pictures where they portray themselves as close allies. In reality, they are only looking to use you for their own ends. These talented illusionists captivate you with their sophisticated performances, while secretly taking what belongs to you. This becomes even more dangerous when they wear masks of charm and high empathy, making you fall into the trap of their deceitful words. Protecting yourself from con artists requires not just the keen eyes of a detective, always alert to inconsistencies and half-truths, but also a steadfast mentality, never letting your guard down. This isn't paranoia, but a smart step in a life where you must always be ready to face and eliminate harmful influences. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely pointed out that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, reminding us to listen more than we speak. Pay careful attention to what is not said, the silences between words, the pauses between promises. That's often where the truth hides. Equip yourself with the shield of vigilance and the sword of clarity. Remember, stabilizing your emotions is not just a priority, but a necessity. Sometimes deciding to walk away from people who don't deserve your trust is not only an act of courage, but also of wisdom. You are the painter of your life. Don't let anyone else hold the brush and color your life their way. Be proactive in painting your life, using precise colors and clearly depicting the values you pursue. Let's consider a specific example of con artists in everyday life to better understand the con artist lesson that Stoicism wants us to grasp. I had a friend named John, a financial investor with a charming and attractive demeanor. John introduced me to a new business venture, promising huge returns in just a few months. He confidently asserted that this was a golden opportunity, only available to close associates. However, before making a decision, I took the time to thoroughly research this project. After seeking opinions from independent experts and gathering information, I discovered that this project was actually a Ponzi scheme, a scam that had cost many their fortunes. Fortunately, thanks to my vigilance and clarity, I avoided becoming another victim. This story is not just a lesson in caution, but also a testament to Stoic philosophy. We must always protect our values and assets against sweet talk. Epictetus once said, "No one can harm you without your consent." This emphasizes the importance of not letting ourselves be deceived by those with ill intentions. When faced with offers too good to be true, listen to your intuition and use your intellect to thoroughly evaluate everything. Always practice vigilance, verify information from independent sources, and remember, in any transaction, trust must be built on a foundation of truth and transparency. Paint your life with accurate and meticulous strokes, and don't let others embellish your life with untruthful colors. Number 2, the chronic critic. In a world where trust is as valuable as pure gold, chronic critics resemble leaky boats that are hard to entrust with secrets. Fully armed with judgments, they are like a glitch in your favorite game, disrupting the harmony around them. These individuals don't reflect your true value, but rather mirror their own inner insecurities. Imagine them humorously as self-appointed judges in the courtroom of life, where everyone is guilty until proven innocent. They swing their gavel of judgment with the enthusiasm of a chef who oversalts a dish, making everything unpalatable. Trusting them is like expecting a cat to ignore a laser pointer, an utterly hopeless endeavor. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When dealing with chronic critics, remember that their words do not define your worth. Choose to step back from these characters, opting for a smoother path over rocky road. This isn't about proving them wrong, but about not letting their noise disrupt your inner peace. Their criticism should only be background noise, never the soundtrack to your life's journey. Be confident in yourself. Choose your confidence wisely, because ultimately, it's your journey, not theirs, that truly defines you. Here, my friend, are some Stoic philosophies on how to handle chronic critics, individuals who don't deserve your trust or respect. When facing them, remember that calmness and self-control are your most powerful weapons. Do these criticisms add value to your life? Stoicism teaches us that not every voice around us deserves our attention. If the critiques are not constructive and only disturb your peace of mind, choose to ignore them. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When criticized by someone, view it as an opportunity to practice patience and control over your emotions. Don't let others' words shape who you are. Be aware of your own worth and focus on developing the true qualities you aspire to. Your value does not depend on others' approval. Sometimes critics may be struggling with their own personal issues. Tolerance does not mean accepting negativity, but understanding and forgiving the imperfect actions of others to maintain peace of mind for yourself. When you are mentally strong, criticisms will no longer have the power to shake you. Focus on self-improvement and personal growth each day. Finally, remember that in the journey of life, you are the one steering your ship. Do not let chronic critics dictate your course. They may be just small waves in the vast ocean of life, but your ship, guided by Stoic resilience and wisdom, will always move forward, overcoming any challenge. Believe in yourself, for you are the one who defines the value and meaning of your own life. Number 3, the superficial friend. In the vast world of human relationships, we often encounter social butterflies who shine with bright smiles and refined greetings, appearing as the epitome of charm and friendliness. But beneath that glittering surface is everything truly golden. Superficial friends, While they may easily attract attention at a party and make the atmosphere more lively, are actually skilled artists of social illusion. Their wide smiles might just be masks, hiding a thirst for fame and attention. These individuals, like chameleons, can change colors to suit any situation. Yet they lack a key feature of true friendship: stability and peace. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said that true friendship brings peace, not noise or superficiality. A real friend is someone who stands by you when the world turns its back, not someone who appears like a fleeting breeze in your life. In the complex dance of social formalities, superficial friends are not dance partners who move to the rhythm of honesty and long-term commitment. They might remember your birthday, but are they there for you during tough times, when the cake of life crumbles? Their friendship, like early morning fog, easily dissipates when faced with life's challenges. Therefore, as you continue on your journey of building and maintaining relationships, arm yourself with insight and wisdom. Don't be swayed by sweet words and a shiny facade. Seek friends who value deeper connections over mere surface-level interactions. After all, in the tapestry of life, it is the strong, genuine bonds that are the stitches holding the fabric together, not the fleeting threads of superficial relationships. In our quest for truth and durability in social relationships, Stoicism teaches us a valuable lesson about choosing friends. Let us explore specific tips to recognize and distance ourselves from the superficial friend in the lesson titled, "These 9 people are not worthy of your trust and respect." The superficial friend often expresses themselves through flashy words and an alluring appearance. They tell you what you want to hear, but their heart isn't in it. Learning to identify insincerity in speech is the first step to avoiding unworthy relationships. Consider whether they are there for you during hard times. A true friend accompanies you even at your lowest, not just when you are at your peak. Superficial friends often change their attitudes depending on the environment and the people around them. They lack consistency and steadfastness in their behavior, which are signs of disloyalty and a lack of real connection. Words can be misleading, but actions reveal the truth. Observe whether their actions align with their words. Superficial friends often show a significant disparity between what they say and what they do. True friends share core values with you. If their values clash with yours, the relationship may not be sustainable and might not benefit your personal growth. Superficial friends often seek to use you for their personal ends. Be wary of those who eagerly seek your help but disappear when you need them. In life, choosing friends is an art that requires wisdom and a deep understanding of human nature. Each of us, like philosophers of the modern age, needs to equip ourselves with discernment to distinguish who are truly our friends. When you place your trust in those who are deserving, you not only build a strong support network, but also foster your own growth, creating a life rich in spiritual and emotional wealth. Number 4, the inattentive listener. Reflect on a character all too familiar in our modern lives, the inattentive listener. Picture this. During a conversation, they merely nod unconsciously, their eyes glazed over, not focusing on you, but perhaps planning dinner instead. Isn't it like talking to a wall? It's easy to feel frustrated with this type of modern statue, but remember Seneca's words: to be everywhere is to be nowhere. In our world where notifications and digital distractions are relentless, the inattentive listener reminds us of the value of truly listening. Imagine sharing a story you are passionate about, and the other person is scrolling through their phone as if it's the most interesting book in the world. It's like playing tennis with a curtain on the other side. There's no response, no real engagement. This isn't just about respect. It's about genuine connection. If they can't look up from their screen to have a real conversation with you, why continue to invest your words and time? Life is too short to be the background noise to someone else's screen time. So, the next time you encounter an inattentive listener, don't just stand there feeling ignored. Let Stoicism inspire you to respect your own time and words to the extent that you're willing to walk away, if necessary. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Don't let an inattentive listener turn your precious time into something meaningless. Be brave in setting boundaries for your interactions. And remember, the value of a conversation lies not only in the words spoken, but in the sincerity and attention we give to each other. Through the lens of Stoicism, every communication is not just an act, but a test of character and integrity. When we talk about an inattentive listener, Stoics don't just see a bad habit, but an important lesson in trust and respect. So, what do we learn from these individuals, and why are they not worthy of our trust? Let's start with the nature of listening. Listening is not just about being silent. It's about understanding and responding. An inattentive listener, though physically present, is mentally absent and does not truly receive what others are sharing. This reflects a serious lack of showing interest and responsibility towards others. Essentially, they are showing disrespect, not just to the person they are conversing with, but also to themselves and their own time. In Stoicism, respect is a fundamental principle, and trust is built on that foundation. If someone can't take the time to listen sincerely, how can they be trusted with more significant tasks? Inattentiveness in listening not only weakens personal relationships, but is also a sign of unprofessionalism and lack of self-respect. Indeed, a person who doesn't value moments shared with others will also fail to appreciate the opportunities that life offers. This highlights another important Stoic lesson: the value of time. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Be mindful that your time is limited." If someone fails to understand this and continues to waste both their time and that of others, they truly do not deserve your respect or trust. In conclusion, Stoics believe that each individual must be accountable for their actions. An inattentive listener, by lacking genuine attentiveness, essentially removes themselves from the flow of life where connections and interactions have meaningful impacts. Therefore, when faced with an inattentive listener, remember that you have the right and responsibility to choose how to wisely spend your time and energy. Don't let someone else's lack of attention turn your conversation into an echo in the void. Number 5. The empathy-deficient individual. In a world where a lack of empathy has become an undesirable yet common trait, we often ponder the plight of those drifting souls with no anchor. Imagine facing someone for whom deceit and the pursuit of personal gain are as natural as breathing, a habit formed without a second thought. They epitomize the empathy-deficient individual, gliding through life without considering their impact on others. Such individuals, detached from the emotions of others, inadvertently sow seeds of doubt into the fragile trust of humanity. It's as if they are handling an extremely fragile egg. A Stoic once said, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." This is a profound reminder that the actions of those lacking empathy harm not only themselves, but also the community around them. They are like bees buzzing freely, careless of the hive they belong to. Each of their actions, focused solely on personal gain, often leaves a trail of disappointment and destruction. Trusting these individuals is like handing them a map to your vulnerabilities. embarking on a perilous adventure. We, the modern Stoics, face the challenge of not only recognizing these traits but also maintaining a healthy distance from them. By doing so, we protect ourselves from harm while fostering a mindful and considerate way of life. We also contribute to nurturing a community where empathy and trust are no longer under threat. In our journey to understand the empathy deficient, we must recognize the limitations they bring to their own lives and to others. The Stoic lesson on these individuals extends beyond not trusting or respecting them. It includes what we can learn to avoid becoming like them. Imagine walking your path filled with hopes and goals. Along the way, you encounter the empathy deficient. They use sweet words to mask their true intentions, and once their goals are achieved, their real nature is revealed. One of the major shortcomings of empathy-deficient individuals is their inability to build and maintain quality relationships. They cannot establish genuine trust or deep connections because for them, relationships are merely means to an end. This not only deprives them of experiencing true friendship, but also makes those around them feel exploited and wary. Furthermore, they face emotional isolation. When you only care about yourself and ignore the feelings of others, you gradually build a wall, separating yourself from the outside world. This leads to loneliness, one of the most challenging emotions humans can experience. Lastly, these individuals often lack the capacity for self-reflection. In Stoicism, reflection is a vital part of personal growth and maturity. When you are unable to recognize and correct your mistakes, you eliminate the possibility of evolving into a better person. We, as followers of Stoicism, need to be aware of these limitations and keep our distance, while continuously striving not to fall into similar pitfalls. The lessons from the empathy deficient are not just warnings, but also reminders of the value of self-awareness, empathy, and honesty. Only by understanding this can we truly become Stoics, living a life that is not only healthy in spirit, but also rich in emotional depth. Number 6. The Frequent Agitator. Imagine a character you might encounter in life, the Frequent Agitator. This type of person specializes in stirring the pot, always seeking to provoke or push you, whether in the workplace or daily life. They are experts in the art of subtle jabs, like emotional ninjas, launching tiny arrows at you. While each arrow might not seem painful, they accumulate over time to become a throbbing pain. They always appear self-righteous, never showing doubt, always ready with a biting comment or a mocking smile that leaves you restless. It's so subtle that you sometimes wonder if everything is really happening as you perceive it. Don't be fooled. This is the playground they have chosen, and they are ready for battle. They are like dancers in the night, creating doubt and discomfort. But remember, you don't have to play their game. The great Stoic Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have control over your mind, not external events. Keep this in mind, and you will discover your true strength." When facing the frequent agitator, remember that your mind is your territory, a land that needs strong protection. You are smarter than their tricks. When they try to corner you, don't respond harshly. Instead, be graceful, letting their words pass like a breeze. You are the calm center in the storm, the immovable heart of tranquility, and that is your unmatched power. The next time they approach you with their cunning remarks, just smile, nod, and move on. You are no longer playing their old game. You are playing a new game, one of wisdom, peace, and enduring strength. In the workplace, where competition and pressure are ever present, we sometimes encounter characters who turn disruption into an art form. A typical example I'd like to share involves Michael, a talented employee but a frequent agitator, making the work environment more stressful than ever. Michael always sought to test the limits of his colleagues with sarcastic remarks and sometimes unnecessary criticism. During an important team meeting focused intensely on a new product development plan, Michael inappropriately commented sarcastically on Elizabeth's idea, another team member. His comment not only hurt Elizabeth but also distracted the group, making the atmosphere tense. However, instead of responding with anger or frustration, Elizabeth decided to employ a stoic strategy. She took a deep breath and calmly asked Michael, "Michael, I believe your input could help us improve. Can you explain further how we might make this idea even better?" This approach not only quenched the flames Michael hoped to fan, but also made him reconsider his approach and response. Elizabeth's action demonstrated inner strength and emotional control, important lessons from Stoicism. She not only maintained her own composure, but also fostered a more positive work environment, where everyone could express their views respectfully and constructively. This encouraged a positive shift in Michael's attitude and those around him, proving that by not allowing agitation to dominate, we not only find peace for ourselves, but can also promote positive change in the workplace. The story of Elizabeth and Michael is a vivid example of applying Stoic principles in daily life, especially in a work environment where calmness, self-control, and patience not only help resolve conflicts, but also open doors to mutual understanding and respect. This approach is not just a lesson in self-control, but also in personal growth and development, where each individual learns not only how to cope with challenges, but also how to create change from within. Number 7. The two-faced individual. Let us continue our journey of wisdom by exploring the 8th character, the two-faced individuals in the human world, masters in the art of wearing twin masks. They may shine with a glittering exterior and sweet words, but in reality they are subtle illusionists, always ready to turn a friendly smile into a cold stab of betrayal. They are talented actors, continuously weaving tragedies in your life with a truth behind them that is painfully real. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make you a better person." This holds more meaning than ever when we face the two-faced. Instead of falling into their web of deceit, we should choose to be around those who genuinely elevate and inspire us. Cutting ties with toxic and fake relationships is not an act of cruelty, but a cautious measure to protect your reputation and mental peace. In a world where trust is the foundation of all meaningful relationships, the absence of trust leads to instability and chaos. Stand firm in your beliefs, make brave decisions, and move forward strongly. Leaving is not giving up, but rather the next step towards a richer life filled with truth and sincerity. On the path to becoming a Stoic, making the right choice is not just an option, but a duty. When dealing with two-faced individuals, Stoics need to master some basic advice to protect themselves and maintain their personal dignity. Here are specific and practical steps you can take in everyday life to avoid unnecessary hurt. If you feel uneasy around someone, trust your instincts. That vague discomfort might be a sign that something is off. The way a person treats others is also a reflection of their true nature. Pay attention to whether they frequently criticize or speak ill of others in their absence. Not all personal information needs to be widely shared, especially with people you've just met or those you don't feel completely comfortable with. Set specific boundaries and protect them. Don't allow others to easily invade your personal space, emotions, or privacy. Saying no to others, especially friends or relatives, can sometimes be difficult. However, this is an important skill to protect yourself from negative relationships and situations. Before making any significant decisions involving relationships, think carefully and objectively, using reason rather than emotion to guide your actions. By applying these tips, Stoics not only protect themselves, but also ensure that every relationship in their lives is high quality, trustworthy, and built on truth and mutual respect. Every relationship is a step on the path to self-improvement, and we should always choose these steps wisely. Number 8. Toxic individuals. In life, each of us is like an architect tirelessly building fortresses of trust and self-esteem. In this scenario, toxic individuals are like sudden gusts of wind capable of gently destroying what you have built. They sweep through your life with shadows of doubt and unease, like dark clouds obscuring the sunlight. Trust, one of the firmest foundations of any relationship, is not a free commodity that you can freely distribute at every turn. It is a precious treasure, to be given only to those who truly deserve it and can maintain it with respect and responsibility. When faced with toxic individuals, we should see trust as a noble privilege. Not everyone is capable of holding it. These individuals often disrupt the peace in your life, turning a bright smile into a look of worry. Imagine you are building a castle from the sand grains of confidence, and suddenly they appear, ready to destroy it with their negativity. By trusting them, you give them the power to do so. Stoicism, a profound philosophy of acceptance and wisdom, teaches us that it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you respond to it that counts. Facing toxic individuals is like standing in the midst of a great storm at sea. You cannot control the waves, but you can learn how to steer your board. Remember, they may be struggling with their own internal storms. When interacting with them, be wise as someone holding a long spoon close enough to offer help when necessary, but also far enough to protect yourself from negative influences. Keeping your own boat steady is what matters most. Trusting others can be beneficial, but it must be approached with careful judgment, especially when dealing with toxic individuals. Like not everyone deserves a key to your house, the same applies to trust. It should be based on actions that have demonstrated respect, principles, and a positive impact in your life. In summary, test trust wisely and choose whom you trust carefully, especially in the presence of toxic individuals. One of the core principles of Stoicism is self-control, requiring us to manage our emotions and reactions in the presence of others. When dealing with toxic individuals, instead of trying to change them, which is nearly impossible, learn to free yourself from the negative impacts they bring. Stoics understand that we cannot control others' actions, but we can control our reactions. This helps us maintain calm and not get drawn into unnecessary conflicts and turmoil. They also value honesty and transparency in all relationships. When realizing that someone no longer deserves their trust and respect, they are ready to let go of that relationship to seek true peace and happiness. This is not an easy choice, but it is a necessary step to protect one's values and principles. Thus, Stoicism teaches us that sometimes silence and distance are the strongest responses to those who do not bring positive value to your life. By doing so, we not only protect ourselves from unnecessary harm, but also save our time and energy for personal growth and more deserving relationships. We would like to offer you some final advice in our series on Stoicism, addressing the 8 types of people you should think carefully about before deciding to place your trust and respect in them. In your personal development journey, choosing the relationships around you is extremely important, as these people will influence both your value and your soul. First, stay away from those who habitually undermine your achievements to elevate their own worth. This negativity not only drains your spirit, but also distorts the value of your efforts. Second, do not spend time with people who are consistently inconsistent in their words and actions. This instability can disrupt your progress, leaving you directionless in your quest to achieve personal goals. Third, keep your distance from those who constantly criticize others without acknowledging their own faults. These individuals often create a negative and toxic environment, making it difficult to maintain positivity. Fourth, do not let others' hesitation hold you back. Learn to continue on your path without being influenced by their unnecessary doubts. Fifth, protect yourself from those who only look out for their personal interests. These individuals are not willing to share or support you when you need it, only seeing their own benefits. Sixth, limit your support for those who never reciprocate. A relationship is about give and take. When you do not receive support in return, it's merely a waste of your resources and emotions. Seventh, build relationships based on truth and transparency. Honesty and transparency are the solid foundations for any long-lasting and sustainable relationship. Eighth, learn to remain calm and stay away from people who easily lose their composure and act irrationally. These individuals can drag you into undesirable situations and unnecessary trouble. Lastly, do not get swept away by decisions without considering the consequences. Every decision you make should be well thought out, ensuring that it serves your long-term interests. We encourage you to continue learning, sharing, and growing with genuine wisdom. Personal development truly strengthens when knowledge is widely shared. If you find this information useful, help us spread the word by subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, and sharing with friends and family. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any thoughts or want to share your feelings, even if it's just a simple statement like, "I've understood the issue."